Hey, this is Alta Sierra Math 7. These are our classroom notes looking at how to solve two-step equations where you have something like a px plus q equals r, and so we're trying to get to solve for, in this case here, is to solve for x. Meaning we're trying to get rid of what all these numbers are going to be and have the numbers just equal the one variable there. So the first step is going to be to locate the variable. In our case, we're calling it x, and we'll call it different things throughout our little paper here. And then we want to undo the addition subtraction to remove the constant term. So in this case here, we'd be getting rid of the q. It would be like subtracting q, right? And then you're going to be left with just the p and the x by itself equals whatever this is going to be. We'll just call that rq for now. And then undo the multiplication to division, we do the opposite here in order to get the x by itself, and then we check our solution. So those are the basic steps, and we're going to practice them here with some things you did in class today. And so we have an equation on one side, and we also have this tape diagram here on this side here, which is a great way to visually show what's happening. You see, in this picture, how many x's do you see? You see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 x's. That's what you can see right there. There are 6 groups of x. 6 groups of x. Multiplication means groups of, so it's like doing 6 times x. And then we're adding another 8 to that whole group. Now in total, what is the value of this whole thing? It tells us here with this equation, the whole value is 50. So that's where this equation, what the equation looks like. This is 6 groups of x, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6, plus an extra 8, and the whole thing is 50. So what we're trying to find out here, what this variable is, we're trying to find out, well, how much is in each one of these groups. It's like saying that I went to the grocery store and I bought 6 bags of groceries, and then I bought 8 more, each bag was the same thing, and then I bought 8 more, I don't know, apples. Okay, so maybe I bought 6 bags of apples, and then I bought 8 more apples. Let's do that. So then the question is, I bought a total of 50 apples. So how many apples are in each bag? If these are 6 bags of apples, and that's 8 random apples, and I have 50 altogether, how many are in each bag? So to solve that here, that's our variable is x, we've located it. I'm going to undo the addition subtraction, so I do minus 8 from both sides. So I'm left with 6x equals 50 minus 8, which is 42. Step 3 is undo the multiplication or division. It's multiplication here, so I'm going to divide both sides by 6. So that x equals 42 divided by 6 is 7. Now if you think back to our picture here, if these were all a value of 7, what is 7 times 6? 7 times 6 is 42, and 42 plus 8 is indeed 50, and that works out. So this is a great way of visually showing what the equation is talking about. Let's look at the next example. We can see here that there's 4 groups of k plus 9 more, which add up to be 13. And here are our 4 groups of k and 9 more, which combine to be how much? Combine to be 13. Again, think of it like bags of apples. I bought 4 different bags of apples and 9 more apples for a total of 13 apples. How many apples were in each of the bags? Okay? So to solve this here, we locate the variable, which is the k. That's what we're going to want to get by itself. So we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. This goes away. 13 minus 9 is 4. So 4 equals, we just bring this down, 4k. We divide both sides by 4 to undo the multiplication division, and 1 equals k. So we'll come back here and take a look at this. If this was 1, 1, 1, 1, that becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 9 is 13, and that works out perfectly. Okay, in the next one here, you see that they give you the squares, but don't put anything in it. So what do we say this is? This is 6 groups of t. So it's like saying 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups, and then we're going to add 12 more. So it's adding 12 more, and in all, the whole thing has a value of 48. So I have 6 bags of apples, and then I buy 12 more individual apples, and I have a total of 48 apples. How many apples are in each bag? So I subtract 12 in order to get the variable by itself. This goes away, so 6t is equal to 48 minus 12, which is going to be 36. We divide both sides by 6 in order to undo the multiplication. So I have t equals 36 divided by 6, which is 6. And again, you could check that out. You could say, well, does it work? Does 6 groups of 6 plus 12 equal 48? Because that was what I put in there for t. This is 36. 36 plus 12 is 48. It works out. The next one here, again, there's our variable. We want to get that by itself. This is like 8 bags of apples. I don't know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 9 more apples. I have a total of 57 apples. So how many apples are in each bag is what we're trying to find out. So I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides in order to get the 8x by itself. 57 minus 9 is going to be 48. Now to undo the multiplication, I divide both sides by 8 so that x equals 48 divided by 8 is 6. So this would all become 6's technically. And you check it out. What is 8 groups of 6 plus 9 more? Well, 8 times 6 is 48, plus 9 more equals 57, and that works out. And our last one here, no tape diagram. You could make one if you wanted to, right? This one's a little different because this is going to be 4 groups of S's. You can almost think of it like this. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one here, S, 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 S. This is take away 2. And in total, we have 10. Now, that's a terrible tape diagram because of subtraction there, but that's kind of what you're doing. I do it a different way, but look at one of my other lessons for that, okay? So we're going to add 2 to both sides here. That goes away. So 4s equals 10 plus 2, which is 12. We'll divide both sides by 4, and s equals 3. And our last one here, we're going to subtract 1 from both sides to make that go away. Negative 17 and negative 1 is a total of negative 18 equals 3r. We're going to divide both sides by 3 so that r equals 18 divided by 3 is 6, but a negative divided by positive is a negative. Alright, so those are some samples. This is kind of your notes from the day, and you're going to use these notes to help you do your homework later on, which is also available online. Have a great day.